Welcome to Mystery Busters, your go-to channel for unsolved crimes, paranormal mysteries, and conspiracy theories. Today, we delve into one of the most chilling and enigmatic cases in American criminal history, the Zodiac Killer. This elusive murderer terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s and early 1970s, leaving behind a trail of cryptic messages and taunting letters. Join us as we explore the terrifying story of the Zodiac Killer, examine the evidence, and consider the theories surrounding his identity. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Now, let's dive into the dark world of the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac's reign of terror. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror began on December 20th, 1968, when he murdered high school students Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday near Vallejo, California. The couple was parked in a secluded area on a date when they were approached by an unknown assailant. Faraday was shot in the head and Jensen was shot multiple times in the back as she tried to flee. This brutal double homicide marked the beginning of a series of attacks that would leave a lasting scar on the Bay Area. On July 4th, 1969, the Zodiac struck again. This time, he targeted another young couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, in a parking lot in Vallejo. The assailant approached their car and fired multiple shots, killing Ferrin and severely wounding Mageau. Despite his injuries, Mageau survived and provided the police with a description of the attacker, describing him as a white male in his late 20s to early 30s, with short light brown curly hair and a stocky build. The Zodiac's first letters. Following the Vallejo attacks, the Zodiac Killer sent his first series of letters to 3 Bay Area newspapers: the San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times-Herald. Each letter contained a different part of a cryptogram, which the killer claimed would reveal his identity. The letters were signed with a distinctive symbol, a cross within a circle, which would become synonymous with the Zodiac. The cryptograms, known as the 408 cipher, were eventually cracked by a high school teacher and his wife. The decoded message read, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all." However, the cryptogram did not reveal the killer's identity, as he had promised. The Lake Berryessa attack. On September 27th, 1969, the Zodiac Killer struck again, this time at Lake Berryessa in Napa County. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, both college students, were relaxing by the lake when they were approached by a man wearing an executioner's hood with the Zodiac symbol on the chest. The assailant tied them up before brutally stabbing them both. Shepard succumbed to her injuries 2 days later, while Hartnell survived and provided a detailed account of the attack. After the attack, the Zodiac called the Napa County Sheriff's Office from a payphone to report the crime, taking credit for the assault. This chilling act of contacting the authorities would become a hallmark of the Zodiac's modus operandi, as he continued to taunt law enforcement and the public through his letters and phone calls. The Presidio Heights murder. The Zodiac's next confirmed attack occurred on October 11th, 1969, in the Presidio Heights neighborhood of San Francisco. Paul Stein, a taxi driver, was shot in the head by a passenger he had picked up. The killer then took Stein's wallet, keys, and a piece of his blood-stained shirt, which he later sent to the San Francisco Chronicle along with another letter. This murder was significant because it marked a departure from the Zodiac's previous attacks on couples in secluded areas. It also provided investigators with potential eyewitnesses, as several teenagers reported seeing the suspect leaving the scene. Despite their accounts, the Zodiac managed to evade capture once again. The Zodiac's letters and ciphers. Throughout his reign of terror, the Zodiac Killer sent a total of 18 letters to the press and police containing taunts, threats and cryptograms. The most infamous of these ciphers is the 340 cipher, which remained unsolved for over 50 years. In December 2020, a team of amateur codebreakers finally cracked the 340 cipher, revealing a chilling message. "I hope you're having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I'm not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner because I now have enough slaves to work for me." Despite this breakthrough, the 340 cipher did not provide any clues to the Zodiac's identity, leaving investigators and the public as baffled as ever. The Zodiac's letters also contained numerous references to astrology, bomb-making, and various cultural references, further adding to the mystery and complexity of the case. Over the years, numerous suspects have been proposed as the Zodiac Killer, but none have been definitively proven. Some of the most notable suspects include 1. Arthur Lee Allen. Arthur Lee Allen is perhaps the most well-known suspect in the Zodiac case. Allen was a convicted child molester and was linked to the Zodiac through circumstantial evidence, including possession of a Zodiac brand watch and a known interest in cryptography. However, Allen's fingerprints and handwriting did not match those found at the crime scenes, and he was never charged with the murders. 2. Richard Gaikowski. Richard Gaikowski, a journalist, was another suspect who gained attention due to his physical resemblance to the composite sketch of the Zodiac and his known presence in the Bay Area during the killings. Some believe that Gaikowski's writing style and certain details in his life matched those of the Zodiac, but no concrete evidence has linked him to the crimes. 3. Lawrence Kane. Lawrence Kane, a career criminal with a history of mental illness, was also considered a potential suspect. Kane had lived in close proximity to several of the crime scenes and was identified by surviving victim Kathleen Johns as her abductor. However, like other suspects, there was no definitive evidence to tie Kane to the Zodiac murders. 4. Earl Van Best Jr. Earl Van Best Jr. was proposed as a suspect by his own son Gary Stewart in his book The Most Dangerous Animal of All. Stewart claimed that his father's physical appearance, handwriting, and certain biographical details matched those of the Zodiac. Despite these claims, there is no conclusive evidence linking Van Best to the murders. The Zodiac Killer's identity remains one of the most enduring mysteries in American criminal history. His taunting letters, cryptic messages, and brutal killings have left an indelible mark on popular culture, inspiring countless books, movies, and television shows. The Zodiac's ability to evade capture and his penchant for playing cat and mouse games with law enforcement have cemented his place as one of the most notorious serial killers of all time. Despite decades of investigation, the Zodiac case remains unsolved. Advances in forensic science, particularly DNA analysis, have provided new hope for identifying the killer. In recent years, investigators have extracted partial DNA profiles from evidence linked to the Zodiac, but no definitive match has been found. In 2018, the Vallejo Police Department announced that they would attempt to extract DNA from the stamps and envelopes used by the Zodiac in his letters. This effort, inspired by the successful identification of the Golden State Killer through genetic genealogy, has renewed interest in the case and the possibility of finally unmasking the Zodiac. The story of the Zodiac Killer is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the human psyche. Despite the passage of time, the mystery of the Zodiac remains unsolved, and his identity continues to elude investigators. As new technologies and methods emerge, there is still hope that one day the Zodiac will be identified and brought to justice. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Mystery Busters, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And stay tuned for our next video, where we'll delve into the intriguing mystery of Oak Island, its supposed treasure, and the legends that have captivated treasure hunters for over 200 years. You won't want to miss it.